go get him. Good job. Cedar, stay. All done. Good boy. Cedar, stay. All done. Good job. Good boy. Cedar, ring the bell. Good job. Okay, go outside. Good boy. Hey, go down, go pee-pee. Good boy. Okay, Cedar, sit. Good job. Stay. Hold him. Good job. Cedar, sit. Good boy. Cedar, stay. Good boy. All done. Good job. Yes, good boy. Yes, good boy. We're going to show you how Cedar does on his off-leash hikes. All right, ready, Cedar? Okay, let's go. Come on, Cedar. Good boy. Good job. So what I start out by doing is reward them every time they check in, and I'm going to start it with a really high rate of reinforcement. And as I get success, I'm going to fade to less and less treats. Good boy, Cedar. Okay, so if I feed him like every couple steps, he's not going to leave my sight at all. I'm going to tell him, Cedar, go play. So he can kind of go off on his own and do his own thing. But anytime he runs up to me and checks in, I'm going to make sure I reward it to encourage him to do it more and more. So I can wait here until he's done sniffing and see if he makes the choice to check in on his own. There he goes. Good boy. Yes, good job. Okay, go play. Good, and out here, I usually start out with a long line for new dogs, but once they start to really get good in here and prove to me that they're listening well, then I can get rid of that line. If there's any chance I think he's not going to come when called, I want to make sure I've got that line to back up my recall so they learn they don't have a choice. So that's going to apply to any new environment you start off with, including same environments but with new distractions. Okay, and one more thing I wanted to mention is that I like to bring out a mix of high and low value treats. So I generally use kibble or just affection praise for some decent check-ins. But if I get a really good recall or they do a check-in from a higher distraction like that, waiting for him to check in, yes, good boy, then I want to make sure I give him something really valuable so that when he does check in, he's hoping for that really high value thing. And sometimes he gets it and sometimes he gets something a little bit lower value or even just praise and affection. The idea is it's like playing a slot machine. You'll keep playing, hoping for that really, really good payout, even if sometimes you don't get a huge payout. You just have to get often enough to keep wanting to play the game. And that's the exact same thing we're following out here, giving him sometimes something really high value and sometimes just lower payouts like kibble. Good boy, Cedar. Okay, so I've gotten out of sight quite a ways. I had to throw some kibble on the ground there for Cedar, and we're gonna try an out of sight recall and see if he can come and find me. Cedar, come! Hurry, hurry, hurry! Hurry, hurry, hurry! So see, he's looking for me, but he can't quite find me. There he goes. Good boy, Cedar. Good job. Way to go. Yes, good boy. And I gave him a good handful of liver treats for that really fast recall. So you want to make sure that recall is a really fun game. So we've done lots of hide and seek out here to make it really fun to come and find me. And I want to make sure I ended up with a go play so that he knows that recall doesn't end the fun. If I use recall before we leave somewhere fun, that predicts a negative for the dog. Same thing goes if I'm using a recall and then I put him in the bath, or I use recall and then I do his nails. If it's something that he doesn't like doing, then that's going to decrease how responsive he is to the recall, because he's going to start anticipating that something that he doesn't like is going to happen. So we make sure that recall always ends in something awesome, and then send it up with a go play. If I have to leave somewhere fun, we're going to put the leash on with the recall and then say go play, and then when we do have to go, pick up that leash and leave, so that we're not using recall to end the fun. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate it this way to you. I'm going to start one way and change directions on him. I'm going to head the other direction. Cedar, this way! Hurry! Good boy. Good. So you don't always have to reward them when they come in with the this way. The goal with that one is that they're just supposed to change directions with you. But if they do a good check-in like he did, then I do usually reward it. Good boy, Cedar. Good job. So even if I'm not going to give a treat for every single check-in, I want to make sure that I acknowledge it when he does it. If I don't acknowledge it at all and I start to ignore it, then he's going to stop offering it and I'm going to lose that nice behavior. So what I really want to do is make sure to give it lots of reinforcement, sometimes with high value treats, sometimes just affection praise, so that he wants to do it more and more. So while he's sniffing there, we're going to try out a leave it. Cedar, leave it! Good boy! Yes, good boy! Good job!